All right, here we go. Good morning. Good morning. Hello. Hey there. It's C from All Natural Me. The thought for today is love. I love it, right? We're on day 34 of the 64 Ways and 64 Days of Peace and Nonviolence, a program from, anyone remember? agnt.org. I'm promoting it on allnaturalme.com. And the thought for today is love. So, I love you, right? That's easy for me to say because I realize that love is a state of being, right? It's not like a variable. It's not just like a way that I perceive you and judge you. No, it's just who I am. Good morning. When you are just in that state of lovingness, it's who you are, and it's easy to love everything because that's just what you do. So the thought for today is love. You can read more about this on allnaturalme.com, and I'm going to read it to you. So nice and early. So Gandhi wrote, nonviolence is based on the assumption that human nature unfailingly responds to the advances of love. Okay? So everything responds to love. Agree? All the great texts encourage us to love your enemy. You're going to love this one, right, Angela? Love your enemy. The ancients understood that this is where the creative energy comes from. Okay? Love is that creative energy. An enemy does not have to be life-threatening or violent. An enemy can just be a thought that gets us to look at something in a different way. So we are encouraged to love our enemy. Consider the power of befriending someone you previously thought was an enemy. Like which one to pick, right? Good morning. Thank you. In a conflict, rather than putting your energy towards winning, see what channeling that energy toward a loving, nonviolent solution can accomplish. So that's the thought for today, for love. I will focus on what I can find to love in the person I like the least. That's Angela and I are laughing. Like one person we like the least, we only get to pick one. Okay, the whole group of people that you like the least. Today, focus on what you can love about them. That's a challenge, isn't it? As I meet people during the day, I will reflect on how love can enhance the relationship. So just sit with it. Don't run away from it quite yet, but focus on what you can love about the person that you like the least. Okay, there's always something. Okay, so David Hawkins said, and I like this quote. He said, love is an awareness. Love is an awareness, an attitude, a context for understanding life. So today I explore the notion that love is not so much a feeling as a lens, like a lens through which we consider and interpret our experience. It's not so much just something that is like moment to moment. Today, I return to lovingness as my state of being again and again and again. So if you're having trouble looking out into the world, finding things to love, finding people to love, that's because you're using love as a lens. Whereas what we want to use love as is a state of being. So if you're having trouble loving something, let's just try to return back to our state of lovingness within. Okay, and that's the most purest, most stable way to conjure that feeling of love, is to just be in that state of lovingness. And then ultimately, when we look out into the world, it is easier to see through the eyes of love. But first, we need to conjure that within. Good morning. So focus on what you can find to love in the person you like the least, right? As you meet people during the day, reflect on how love can enhance the relationship. So that's the affirmation. You can go to allnaturalme.com and see the little word mandala. What's a broadcast if I don't blast you with the light? So let's go deeper with Gandhi on day 24. Okay, here is a great Gandhi quote. But you have to listen to it to get it. as all of them, right? Sometimes I have to reread them like 4 times. So MK Gandhi said, "Good travels at a snail's pace. Those who want to do good are not selfish. They are not in a hurry. They know that to impregnate people with good requires a long time." So let me read that again, or just put it in my own words. If I want to do good here, I really can't be in a hurry with you, because I know that to get the spark of good and spark of light within some people, it takes a really long time, right? It takes a really long time because people are just in whatever place that they're in right now, right? So good is going to travel at a snail's pace because we have to wait for the slackers, basically, right? It can be frustrating to see a goal that exists for the best interest of all and yet meet resistance in moving the world in that direction. Right? It can be frustrating. There will always be those who hold a different view of the good of all. So even in today's emotionally charged political climate, which has a Grand Canyon, right? It has a Grand Canyon of differences between the sides. There was always some good to be found at any extreme. So change is always threatening to those who have embraced the older way of anything, okay? Whether it's family drama, social, economic, political interests, when they embrace the change, when they embrace the old, they don't want to change. So those who oppose good never really see themselves as villains. Rather, they see the potential for loss of the relative good that they have now. And they're just unable to see the greater good offered by the new path. Okay, so that's just to help us understand why some people might still be resistant to change and to good. You embrace change. Good. Good. It's good. Yeah, change is good. So if I want to promote good in the world, I have to remember that seeking to impose the good upon those who fear makes them oppose it even more. So it's an act of selfishness on my part and violates the very meaning of the word good. Okay, if someone is just saying like the world would be so much better if they'd only do it my way, that's a very self-centered person. Even if they're trying to promote something that's good, they're doing it from a very selfish, self-centered point of view. Because ultimately what they're saying is, I'm right, they're wrong, and I can't be happy until the world conforms to me, right? They're like basically saying, I don't care if it affects anyone else as long as they do it my way. Sound familiar? Yeah, it's called politics. So our belief about our own righteousness and our actions speak louder about our own selfishness than they do about the good we seek. So that selfishness is the very thing our opponents fear, and it is that they oppose more than the good itself. So even though I might be promoting something good, if I'm coming at it like crazy, like just pushing it on people and pushing it on them because I'm being self-centered, because I want people to do it my way, it's not even the good idea that they're resisting, but they would be resisting my selfishness. That's what fears them. Okay, so it's interesting where Gandhi took us today. So good that is imposed violently on any is violence imposed on all. So we just cannot be pushing our views on other people, even if they're good. You can't do that. Everyone grows at their own pace. Okay, everyone is moving along at their own pace. And the change we seek can only occur at the pace of the snails who lag behind. Allowing them to become impregnated with good is always an act of love, for it accepts even the slowest where they are and heals their fears before the goal is pushed forward. Only in this way can the good manifest. So yeah, Queen Sadie of Love. I love you, Angela. Thank you so much. Like, this is a really interesting topic to me because one, I have experienced this personally. Okay. Like, you can't push somebody to love until you heal them first or they heal themselves first. So I do completely respect the snail's pace. I get that. I've learned to accept that, right? But it's also really interesting to me, Angela, on a side note, just because I have been getting a lot of messages that it's like at this point, like in our spiritual journey, like you can't push anyone else, but you can't slow yourself down either anymore, trying to wait for them, right? So everyone's at their own pace, except yours, even if it's faster, but yet don't be selfish in trying to push somebody else because they're going to resist you. They're going to fear that. Hey, good morning, Weston. Aunt Sadie says hello. I love that. All right, so here's our affirmative practice. We're kind of at the end of this now. Today, I will meditate on my ego's role in the good I seek. Today, in every situation, I will ask myself, am I able to help others grow at their own pace? Or is my desire for change a selfish one? Right? A selfish one to do it my way now. So basically, we're being asked to reflect and question everything we do today. Even if I want to do good in the world, am I doing good from a place where I'm allowing you to catch up to me at your own pace? Or am I kind of being, even though my intentions are good, am I being self-centered because I want it done now? So it's kind of an interesting topic. I like it. Sure, we'll do it. We'll contemplate. We'll do it because this is the path to nonviolence. Okay, one step at a time, one day at a time. You know, how are we all contributing in our own ways, whether we realize it or not, to, you know, the perpetuation of nonviolence and of love. Yes. So anyways, the thought for today is love. I love you all. It's easy for me to love you because again and again and again, I return to that inner state of lovingness, So it's easy for me to love everybody because that's what I am. That's what I do. So tell me your thoughts about love. And one more affirmation to end the broadcast, if you want. Here's another thing to add on to your to-do list today. I will discuss ideas about nonviolence with a friend to gain new perspectives. So be open-hearted and be open-minded, right? Understanding everyone's different perspectives, because then you just broaden your respect, and then you broaden your patience, and then you can allow people to move at their snail's pace without pushing your love agenda. Because even then, even with the best intentions of me promoting love, if you're not ready, if you haven't done the healing work, everything I say, you're going to fear because of my assertion behind it. So I literally have to wait for you. So anyways, I know Angela's saying, I'm not sure if I can love my enemies today. I feel you. I feel you. But you don't have to love your enemies. The challenge is, think about someone that you like the least, your enemy, and find something to like about them or love about them, right? Forgive them, absolutely. See them as an aspect of you, right? We're all one big blob of a soul. Okay, look at it that way. Isn't that so poetic? Good job, Sadie. We're all in this together. So even if you drive me nuts, I can still look at you and see that we are together in this, right? So we are part of this play, this theater, right? This act. And when you start to look as your enemies, as your, just other people in your production, they're important in your story. They've helped you become the person you are. So you can just love the fact that they are participating in this life along with you. That might be something. That might be somewhere to start. I don't know, you guys. I feel you, because I have rough days too. And I literally thought the other day, and it was hilarious to me, I thought, I'm not going to swear like I did in my head, but I thought, oh my goodness, I cannot believe that I have to spend eternity with you jerks. So you guys have a sense of humor about it. Yeah, don't let anybody get you down. This is your day. Keep shining your light and keep embodying love, because it's who you are. Okay? Just return to that lovingness state again and again and again, and have a sense of humor about it. And if you hate them, just make yourself laugh. Say, I cannot believe I have to spend eternity with you, you jerk. All right, you guys. So anyways, I love you so much. And it's easy for me to say that because I keep embodying that state of lovingness. I'm not judging through lens of love. Okay, I'm not letting love be a variable. I'm allowing love to be a constant within me, a constant feeling of lovingness. So if you allow yourself to go within and you allow yourself to tap into that energy, you're going to be able to love everyone, even your enemies. All right, you guys. So I love you too. Thank you so much for joining me, and have a beautiful, wonderful, loving day on day 34 of the 64 days of peace and nonviolence. I'll see you again tomorrow morning. Thank you so much. Thank you, guys. I love you. Be well. Be love.